Not everyone can say that they've had a day named in their honor. My next guest has just been awarded Entrepreneur of the Year by Charleston Harbor Entrepreneur Center. We want to welcome Christine Osborne, founder of WonderWorks Toys. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm very humbled, very blessed.
And this is this is the award right here. But 31 years of hard work culminated into this plaque and so much more, into the lives of so many people here in the Low Country.
Yeah, and we're really blessed. I mean, the community, Charleston, the Low Country, is just magnificent, but it's an example of what communities are throughout the whole United States and what entrepreneurs can do. And the cities, Charleston, North Charleston, Mount Pleasant, they all recognize a podunk toy store, you know? And it's like they gave us, you know, the sources of things we needed to grow our events so that we have like 8,000 to 10,000 people attending them now, more than any other toy entity in the United States. And it's like, just the cities are great and they recognize us, and then we have organizations that also help out that I got involved with.
And I want to talk about those, but let's talk about your journey through entrepreneurship. So where did it begin, and where did the seed start for WonderWorks Toys?
My parents are German, and they immigrated over to America, and it's like anything is possible when you move to America. And so that always stuck with me. I was brought up in
that kind of household for sure.
And so I was an occupational therapist, and then the hospital got sold, and I knew I wanted to do more and be more for the community and make a difference. And I ended up partnering with my administrator at the hospital at Southern Pine Psychiatric Hospital, and we developed WonderWorks, which was a kind of a science store, and then everybody said it was going to be real nerdy, our spouses, and we're like, add nature. And then it just grew and grew and grew. And he passed away about 10, 15 years ago. And I'm like, you have a partner, and then that business partner's not there, and you're like, and that's when Jamie Haley from Low Country Local First came in, and then right behind her was Patrick Bryan from the Harbor Forum Entrepreneur Center. These are cutting edge people with cutting edge organizations that have brought them to Charleston.
Yes.
And it is big time in the U.S., but they're here.
But you obviously made an impression on the community with your store, because we've had guests on the show who have specifically brought toys on from your store to feature on the program during the holidays, for instance. But what do you think it was about your store that resonated with the community, that resonated with shoppers here? It's
just that we don't say no, you know, and there are children coming and they're like, we developed this product, you know, we want to sell it. And I'm like, and I want to donate all my money to, you know, the homeless or whatever, and you're not going to say no.
Of course.
You know? So we took that and we helped them develop and develop more products, and they became vital members of our little vendors in our store, and we developed local sections, and they came to our events, and they raised a lot of money.
So you weren't just a brick and mortar to sell these things, you actually helped in the development of what you were selling.
And Mattel, like the people like Mattel and Melissa and Doug found out how giving we were, and they put the first store within a store in the nation in ours for Mattel. Did the same thing with Melissa and Doug with the Play Zone, and we're on their boards and we participate and we give them feedback. And like we had just had an event, and there was a rock child, and his name is Connor Locke, and he raised $1,000. And Harris Teeter said they'd match it if he raised $1,000, and he's giving it to the homeless.
So 31 years later, it's no wonder why this and this over here is December 11th declared Christine Osborne Day. So every time December 11th rolls around, we celebrate you and the work and the gifts that you brought to the Low Country. So you were starting to say how the Charleston Harbor Entrepreneur Center has helped, Low Country Local First. Of course, we've had Patrick Bryan on, we've had Jordan Amaker joining us, because they're there to help bolster people who are hoping to realize their dream of entrepreneurship. And so this has only helped you further. You've now since retired, however, so congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
You've passed the torch to a child
named Elizabeth She goes, Snooki Royal, who started with me at age 9, and she was shadowing and volunteering.
Wait a second, isn't that child labor? What?
She volunteered while her mother worked, and she was amazing, and just grew and grew and grew, and did all the little positions and big positions. Was even my CEO.
Look at that.
And she's now 35, and she purchased WonderWorks in the Mount Pleasant location.
That's amazing.
She's running our market store, and she has a child, and she's the age I was when I started, so she's taking it to the next. It doesn't get any better than that.
Okay.
America, entrepreneurship, it's the wizardry, the magic of the world of business, and there's so many people like us here, and just
there are.
Thank you for shopping.
That's something that I've
keeping
learned.
us going.
That's something that I've learned from living here, is that there are so many people who are just these intrepid entrepreneurs who want to create something, who want to constantly be creating something. Finally, for you, Christine, what is next?
I have 5 grands, and I can't wait. I was baking cookies with one of them just now, and my mother is here, and she is 90, and so I'm spending time with her, and my family's here, my friends are here, and it's like I actually was dancing around, acting really crazy with my grand, and she's 3 years old, and we're singing and doing dance routine. I'm like, this is
You've
awesome.
earned it.
I love it.
You deserve it. You deserve this life. Christine, thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure. We'd love to have you back on, talk a little bit more about entrepreneurship.
Y'all are
Learn
awesome.
from the best. We'll be back after this.